is coming to theaters with his new sidekick,
Toy Gander. Guys, if you like what I do on this channel, make sure you click that thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe. So today we're going to review some Deadpool custom minifigs, and we'll start off with this Imitation Brickheads by Laz. Here we have the knockoff Brickheads Laz version of Deadpool. One thing to note is the scale is much smaller than traditional Lego, so you can't interchange the parts and they're just not compatible. But with that being said, the design choices that they have right here are pretty good. I actually really like the printing on it. If you look at the front piece, they have some really nice printing, and actually like this is embossed, so it has like this cool feel on the utility belt right here, at least for his logo. He also does have these two custom printed pouches, which look pretty good. The face is done very well, and even the clutch power is not too bad. The head, I think, stays on pretty well, although the arms do kind of come off, and even with traditional Brickheads, those arms don't always have the best clutch power. Looking at the back, I really think the design choice that they have for the katana holster is done very well. I think it looks really close to it in using brick form. And then you have these tubular pieces on the side, which kind of remind me of like hand grenades or something like that. Overall, I'd say this is a great design. It also did come with a Iron Patriot. I'm not going to quite build that right now. But let's move on to some custom minifigures. Here's a Deadpool Big Fig. I so wanted this thing to look cool. Now, well, it does kind of look cool. I think it's supposed to be either a zombie Hulk Deadpool or a Hulk Deadpool, Gray Hulk Deadpool, you know, all mashed up in one. And the concept is really cool. I do like the concept of the character, but when it comes down to execution, this one gets a big old fat F. And the main thing is, like, if you've ever held an official Lego Big Fig, they kind of feel a little bit cheaper than what you would have with like a minifigure. I don't know whatever the reason is, it just feels cheaper. However, when you're doing that with a knockoff, it like amplify that like times 10. And there's some big problems with the design. I think it might be the mold. Like the hand or the arm just kind of sits right within there. And you can see there's a big gap right on the side of this thing. Really disappointing with that. There is a giant smudge on the top of the shoulder, and I tried to fit this katana within his hand, and there is no clutch power. Like, it is just not grippy enough to keep it into his hand. Really disappointed with this figure, even though I really would like to see this done right. This is a straight up knockoff of the SDCC exclusive. I do not remember how much these things are going for online, but I don't have like $250, $300 to spend on a Deadpool minifigure that was only exclusive at Comic-Con. These things, Lego never actually sold these things. So whether it's okay to knock these off or not, that's not for me to judge. All I'm going to tell you is the quality on this minifigure is actually pretty good for a knockoff. I mean, the actual design's probably done a little bit differently. There's probably some different things in there. I'm not sure. The head also might be a little bit different as well. But the printing is done really well. And one thing that you'll note is these sweet looking Uzis with the silencers on them. That's something that Lego's never going to do, and you're never going to see in an actual Lego kit. I think it's actually done really nice. He even does have printing on the back. He's got the chaps right there. And it actually almost looks dual molded. That's how bright that red comes out. So overall, I have to give this thing an A+ for effort at least. Even though it might not be ethical, this is a really good knockoff. I actually forgot that I did get 2 of them, and I didn't put any of the stuff all over them, so you can see a little bit more of the printing. Here's the printing on the back if you, in case you missed it or wanted to see it. This is supposed to be Cable. Couple things that I know. The first thing that I don't like about this figure is the hair. I would choose a different haircut. He just has more of like a, I don't know, darker brown or even like closer to a blonde, and it's shaven on the sides, so this hair doesn't really fit him. Looking at the printing, I also, when I put on the cape, I was like, wow, this cape feels really durable. It feels great. And then I realized there was actually 2 capes stuck to it, so it's still one of those cheap paper capes. The printing on the front's done pretty cool. I do like the design on it. He's got a bunch of utility belts. It's a little bit greener than I think his actual suit is, and I would like to see like a chrome arm. They just took some white and like did some design over it to make it look more cybernetic. It looks okay. It is kind of, I don't know, it's believable, but it's not the best choice. And some great side printing as well as printing on the back. I think that's done really nice as well. And does he have any print? No printing on the... Oh yeah, I guess he has printing on the least on the leg. And actually, oh, that's kind of cool. His pockets actually transition from the side to the front. I don't know if I've ever actually seen that. Another character from Deadpool 2, or maybe Once Upon a Deadpool, I don't know, I haven't seen that one yet. Domino. We'll never see this character in actual LEGO form, so you have to look towards customs, and I know this design was probably created from original creator out there and then stolen by these Chinese knockoff companies, but this is a really good design, and the printing's done very well, and I think it's really good choices all around. I love the printing all on the torso, looks very close to the original movie. Even the transition from the top of the shoulder to the middle of the arm, it almost looks dual molded. Really impressed with there. She also does come with 2 face prints. That's her angry face. We'll leave that one on. And one of the times that I had an issue with the Afro was it was really bad clutch power. So I think they fixed that, or at least KOPF fixed that in this model. Looks pretty good on the back as well. No printing on the bottom legs, no printing on the sides, but again, top of the line as far as knockoffs go. This Deadpool did come with the katana holder and back, but I left that off just so I could showcase some of the printing on the back so you guys can see that. Now, this is when he like played a joke and was like a part of the X-Men type deal, which I think it looks pretty good. Kind of the same thing as a lot of the different Deadpools that I've reviewed before. You know, he's got the one squinty eye. It's maybe slight variation right there. They really like using these Uzis. I could tell that. That's like this whole theme in the whole series. The printing on the arm's really impressive. Just seeing that bright red show up against that yellow. Usually you'll see that yellow poking through because it's so bright. This one actually doesn't show. It's pretty nicely done. At least a couple times they went over with the printer. And then the printing on the back, he actually has katanas printed on there versus just using this. Which I don't know why they did, considering that, you know, you were going to put that in there anyway. And then a bunch of stuff on the back of the legs, which I can't even make out. Maybe it makes sense. Maybe it's a misprint. I don't know. I can't quite tell. It looks kind of good. The one part I'd like to see, just some printing on the side of the legs. I think that would really have completed the character. Overall, not too bad. Next character. One of the goof characters within the movie, I think his name was Peter. You know what? There's not much to say about the character. He had a silly looking mustache and a comb over, and he was, yeah, he was the butt of the jokes. The only thing I'd say is maybe his hair is a little bit too dark compared to his mustache, at least. I don't think it looked like that in the movie. Interesting looking Deadpool. This is not the same creator or the same knockoff company as the other ones. The other ones are KOPF. I don't know who makes this one. Now, I don't know who this Deadpool is. Maybe you guys know. Put it in the comments below. I'm going to call it Hip Hop Deadpool because of the printing on the back. But the overall look from afar is not too bad. The problem starts getting when you actually get really close to it. It's really like a gritty print, and it's not crisp at all. It just doesn't look quite right. I mean, if you look at it from afar and kind of squint a little bit, it looks pretty good. And even on camera, as I'm looking at it while I'm reviewing it, it looks pretty good. But it's just that close-up where it, you could see it's like they took like a blurry image or something to create the actual image. There's some printing on back. It's printing even on the back of the legs, which is kind of rare to see. Overall, it's not too bad. And then this beret that's on his head. Oh, now it's like glued. At first it wouldn't go on there. Now it feels like it's glued on there. Well, I guess I'll leave it on there. This version focuses a little bit more on like the accessories. He comes with a bunch of different stuff. In fact, he comes with a couple extra hands, like these are red hands, and he also comes with black hands. I know most knockoffs come with a bunch of hands, but these are two different colors, which is not typical to see. Now, the printing on this is more of it's a darker tone, so it kind of reminds me closer to the actual movie versus some of the brighter ones. You can see the difference in color right there. This is more of a burgundy, so it just has that more realistic feel. Great printing throughout the character. I really do like this this overall print. You can see a symbol in the middle is a little bit brighter red, which kind of shows it off a little bit better. Comes with these guns. Take these guns off. He actually comes with another pistol as well. But when you take those guns off, and I'll even take this katana off, you can see the printing on the back. Done fairly decent. Nice vibrant printing on the back. He also does come with a variant head, which is right here. This company that made this one, I think it's called Karut, something like that. But you know, just a lot of accessories that come with this specific Deadpool. Alright, it's that time of the video. There's one figure somewhere on the screen that's just not quite right. The top 3 subscribers, let me know in the comments below on which figure is wrong and why, and I will give you guys a shout out in the next video I do. Guys, I want to thank you so much for watching the video. Make sure you click the thumbs up button and subscribe, and until next time, you can help us take a gander.